Hey, so in the last video that I did, the one, the leaf peeping and testing my dual point distributor, um, that distributor didn't miss a beat. The car it ran fantastic. That 360 with that dual point distributor, I, uh, I gave it a little more timing. I readjusted the carburetor and it was pretty spunky. It was a little more spunky than it was before. Um, and just to get something across, the video that I did about the condensers, capacitors, the one that's in that distributor is the dual point capacitor that I held up in that video. That I said, I don't know how old this is. It could be 20 years old, 30 years old, 40, 50 years old. I don't know. But it was in about the same kind of shape as this one. That's about what it looked like. But it has the metal strap on it instead of this wire. Um, which is exactly what I was talking about with the capacitors. They're most of the time you find them in an old junk car and they're still good. And I think back to the old days that, every time you did a tune up, put new points in, cap, rotor, you went through the whole everything. How many of those capacitors they threw away that were good? There was nothing wrong with them. And I mean, I like old school stuff. Excuse me. And I know Tony DeFeo. He's pretty much the same way that I am. We're exactly the same age. We grew up not far from each other. I didn't know him personally. He didn't know me personally. But a lot of people miss, what I'm trying to put across and what he's trying to put across, that you could still have fun, you can still run these things, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. And I can't stress this enough. If you don't have the money, unfortunately, you can't just go out and buy a $2,000, $2,500 set of cylinder heads. And, like I said in that video, you just throw parts at your engine and run fast. You got to go back like the old days in the 70s and the 80s when I was a kid. And, unfortunately, the parts that we get now they don't have the quality that they used to have. And that's one of the things that I try to stress with some of my videos. And I know that that's what Uncle Tony, tries to stress with a lot of his videos. I know from, at least from the beginning when he started, he doesn't go out and buy expensive parts. And this is just a thing that he's trying to show you, what I'm trying to show you. I mean, if it's a good part, it's a good part. If you test it the way that I showed you how to test it with the meter, and it's good, it's good. I mean, if you're that worried, just keep one in your toolbox in the trunk. Like I said, I have little boxes of stuff. Like this is a brand new one for a dual point. I have some coming from Canada. I got points from a guy in Canada. I got brand new NOS condensers coming from Canada. They're all good parts. And I mean, if you could find them like that in other places, those condensers from AutoZone and O'Reilly's and stuff, they're almost $20 a piece. I got 5 of them for $20 from a guy in Canada, and they're brand new NOS condensers. So I'll keep one. I keep a set of points. I could even keep my single point distributor in my toolbox in the trunk of the car. So if I ever did have a problem, which I probably won't ever, uh, I have somewhere to run to get home. And but yeah, that thing, it did not skip a beat. It ran fine, and it was spunky. There was a difference with the more timing that I gave it, the carburetor adjustment, and that dual point distributor. Uh, it ran good. It ran really good. And I'll put that distributor up against an MSD system anytime. Anytime. I know how to tune a car. I know how to set a carburetor. That thing will run fine. So, you know, it's how much money do you want to spend? You know, you can go out and spend $1,500 on a complete MSD system, or I think I spent. I can't say that I spent much because I had the distributor, so basically the distributor was free for me. But you could find them. There's guys that'll give them to you for crying out loud. They don't want them, but you could find the distributor, dual point Presto-Lite distributor, and just rebuild it like I did. You could see in one of the videos that I did previously. Uh, I did make a mistake. I forgot the spacer washer that goes underneath the yoke, and the phasing was all screwed up on it. And when I straightened that out, thing ran fine. I just drove it 30 miles, and I came back home. Things running great, and I cannot complain about that old distributor. Uh, but yeah, do your due diligence and just find an old distributor and rebuild it. Not hard. It's an easy thing to do. You start playing around them and you pick up little things here and there. Watch the videos, and you'll see how to do it. It's not a big deal. And remember, a mechanic is a guy who fixes things. A mechanic is not a guy that just throws parts at things. So, like I said, do your homework, learn. It's not hard, and try old school. You could still have fun. You're not going to have a 7-second car or anything, or you're not going to break any speed records, but you'll have a lot of fun. And points. So you like tinkering with your car. Everybody that's a hot rodder or a muscle car owner, you would think that they like to tinker with their car. Well, there's something that you do on a Sunday afternoon when you don't have anything to do. Just pull under a shady tree or in your garage, crack a beer, tune your car. It's fun. It's something to do, and it passes time. But I just wanted to put it across, that you don't have to spend a lot of money, guys. You don't have to spend a lot of money, and you can still have a lot of fun. But that's it. I'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye now.